Chapter 8. The Camel Trader of Babylon. Tarkad, son of Asa, was very hungry. When a person is very hungry, he smells food everywhere. For 2 days Tarkad ate almost nothing. He ate only 2 small figs. He took them from a garden behind a wall. When he tried to take more, a woman ran out and chased him. She screamed very loudly. Tarkad still heard that sound in his head. Now he walked through the market of Babylon. He saw baskets of fruit. His hands wanted to take them. But he stopped. He knew people would catch him. Tarkad did not know before how much food came to the market. He did not know how good it could smell. He left the market and walked to an inn. People ate there. In front of the door he walked back and forth. He hoped to meet someone he knew. Maybe he could borrow 1 small copper coin. If he had a coin, the innkeeper would smile and give him food. Without a coin, Tarkad knew the innkeeper would push him away. While Tarkad waited, he met the one man he did not want to meet. It was Dabasir, the camel trader. He was tall and thin. Tarkad had borrowed money from many people. But he felt the worst with Dabasir. Tarkad had promised to pay him back. But he did not pay. Dabasir looked at Tarkad and his face became bright. "Ha," he said. "Tarkad. I look for you. You must pay me back. You owe me 2 copper coins from 1 month ago. You also owe me 1 silver coin from before that. I need my money today. What do you say?" Tarkad's face became red. His stomach was empty. He had no strength to fight with words. "I am sorry," he said. "Very sorry. Today I have no copper and no silver. I cannot pay you." "Then go and get it," Dabasir said. "Find a few copper coins and 1 silver coin. I am a friend of your father. I helped you when you needed help." Tarkad said, "Bad luck follows me. That is why I cannot pay." Dabasir's eyes became hard. "Bad luck," he said. "You blame the gods. But this is your own fault. Bad luck follows a man who borrows and does not pay back. Come with me while I eat. I am hungry. I will tell you a story." Tarkad did not like Dabasir's hard words. But Dabasir walked into the eating house. That door was the door Tarkad wanted most. So Tarkad went with him. They sat on small rugs in a corner. Soon the innkeeper came. Dabasir spoke loudly, "Bring me much food. Bring goat meat, hot and brown. Bring bread and vegetables. I am hungry. And do not forget my friend. Bring him water. Make it cool. The day is hot." Tarkad's heart fell. Only water for him? He would sit and drink water while Dabasir ate meat? Tarkad said nothing. Dabasir talked easily, like he always did. He waved to other people. Many people knew him. He spoke about strange things, just for fun. "A traveler told me," he said, "that a rich man has a thin stone in his window. You can look through it. It keeps out the rain. The stone is yellow. When you look through it, the world looks yellow too. Do you think the world can look like a different color?" "Yes," Tarkad said. But he looked at the meat more than he listened. Dabasir nodded. "It is true," he said. "I also saw the world in a wrong color. Later I saw it in the right color again. My story is about that." People listened. They moved closer. They made a half circle around Dabasir. They ate and talked. Tarkad had no food. Dabasir did not share yet. He did not even give Tarkad bread. Then Dabasir began. "This story is about my young life," he said. "Do you know I was once a slave in Syria?" People made a small sound of surprise. Dabasir continued, "When I was young, I learned my father's work. My father made saddles. I worked in his shop. I married a good wife. But I was young. I was not very skilled. I earned only a little money. It was enough for a simple life. But I wanted more. I wanted fine clothes. I wanted good things for my wife and our home. Soon shopkeepers trusted me. They gave me things and said, 'Pay later.' I did not understand a simple truth: when you spend more than you earn, trouble comes. So I bought things we could not pay for. At first I paid a little. It looked fine. But later I saw a hard thing. I could not live and also pay all my debts. Men came to me. They said, "Give me my money." My life became dark. I borrowed from friends. Then I could not pay them too. My debts grew bigger. My wife left me and went back to her father. I felt shame. I decided to run away from Babylon. I thought I could find an easier life in another place. For 2 years I moved from place to place. I worked with caravan men. It was not a good life. Then I joined robbers in the desert. They waited for caravans with no guards. This was a bad life. But I did not see it clearly then. It was like I looked at life through a colored stone. On our first trip, we stole golden cloth and other things. We went to a town and wasted it fast. On the second trip, soldiers caught us. They attacked us. Our leaders died. The rest of us were taken to Damascus. We were sold as slaves. Tarkad listened with wide eyes. Dabasir went on, "A desert chief bought me for 2 silver coins. He cut my hair. He gave me almost nothing to wear. He took me to his wives. He spoke about making me a house slave." Then I felt real fear. It was not an adventure anymore. I saw I had no power and no way out. His first wife was named Sirah. She was older. She looked at me with cold eyes. Then she said, "We do not need more house slaves. But we need a camel man. Today I must visit my mother. She is very sick. I need someone I can trust to lead my camel. Ask this man if he can lead a camel." My master asked me, "What do you know about camels?" I answered fast, "I can make them kneel. I can load them. I can lead them on long trips. I can fix the saddle things." My master said, "Good. Sirah, take him." So I became Sirah's camel man. That day I led her camel to her sick mother. On the road I thanked her. I told her I was not a slave by birth. I was the son of an honest saddle maker from Babylon. I told her my story. Then she said words I never forgot. "How can you call yourself a free man," she said, "if your weakness brought you here? If a man thinks like a slave, he becomes a slave. If a man thinks like a free man, people respect him, even after bad luck." I thought about her words many nights. One day she asked me, "Why do you sit alone at night? Other slaves talk and laugh together." I said, "I think about your words. Maybe I have the heart of a slave." She said, "Do you want to pay back your honest debts in Babylon?" I said, "Yes, but I see no way." She said, "If you do nothing and only wait, you stay a slave inside. A man cannot respect himself if he does not pay honest debts." I said, "But I am a slave here. What can I do?" She said, "Stay a slave then, if you are weak." I said, "I am not weak." She said, "Then show it." Dabasir's voice became stronger. 3 days later, he said, Sirah called me. She said, "My mother is sick again. Prepare 2 good camels. Put water and food. We will travel." We traveled and reached her mother's house at night. She sent the maid away. Then she said to me, "Dabasir, do you want to be a free man or a slave?" I said, "A free man." She said, "Then do it. Your master is drunk. The guards sleep. Take these camels and run away. Here are your master's clothes. Wear them to hide. I will say you stole the camels while I visited my mother." I thanked her. I left into the dark night. The road was long. The desert was hot. I rode one camel and led the other. I was afraid. I knew a runaway slave can die. Days passed. Food and water became less. My strength became small. On the 9th day I fell on the ground. I thought I would die. In the morning I woke up. My lips were dry. My tongue was dry. My stomach was empty. Around me there was only rock and sand. No water. No food. Then my mind became clear. I asked myself, do I think like a slave or like a free man? If I think like a slave, I lie down and die. If I think like a free man, I stand up and go on. I go back to Babylon. I pay back my debts. I build a home. I become an honest man again. I said, die here? No. I stood up. Hunger and thirst were still there. But now they were only problems on the road. I spoke to my camels. They stood up too. We walked on. Later we found water. Later we reached better land. At last I found the road to Babylon. A free man looks at a problem and says, I will find a way. A slave says only, what can I do? Dabasir looked at Tarkad. And you, Tarkad, he asked. Do you want to pay back your debts? Do you want people in Babylon to respect you? Tarkad's eyes filled with tears. Yes, he said. I want that. Your words make me feel stronger. Someone near them asked, but what happened when you came back to Babylon? Dabasir answered, when a man truly decides, he can find a way. First I went to every man I owed. I said, please wait. I will pay little by little. Some men were kind. Some men were angry. But I did not run away again. I worked. One man helped me a lot. It was Mathan, the gold lender. He asked me, what can you do well? I told him, I know camels. He sent me to Nebater, the camel trader. The king needed many strong camels for war. I worked hard. Little by little I paid back every copper and every silver coin. After that I could lift my head. I was an honest man again. Then Dabasir called to the innkeeper, the food is cold. Bring more hot meat. And bring a big plate for Tarkad. He is hungry. Tonight he eats with me. So ended the story of Dabasir, the camel trader of Babylon. He found his true self when he learned a great truth. When a man truly decides, he can find a way. Where there is a strong will, the way can be found. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next chapters.